Ebusian Funity for Yasa baby in Parliament as a baby ma a day home update in Bremo Achesania some Ketua. Right now, MPP na chesa ononka say de kuni yonko MPP ni any masse our parliamentar chesenya sanketo ama see no second deputy speaker what a year the speaker akwem no iden ogu any yonko MPP ni any masse unja didi na wo ye our parliament no now ye den o make sure so beti nyama o me discussing because then time no MPP ben kwampa we jagbawe MP na chese ono the piano tata for your markings on the other no and I see near Gunin Masia Amazino eho aye the kakra right now no a year honorable Mama Ayariga and so then answer some few questions via na a year Habibi Jusu the ABC bisa concern about a year visa no kuzeto asoye hono concern about the galamsey near that day. Yepo could see that information I am Ayariga aiding the better journal. Coming good in about needing commercial at us.
The second thing is that with your business statement, I think that next week we should be able to find space for us to have closed sitting and committee of the whole, because there are so many issues concerning members that we need to discuss. And for that matter, I think you should make provisions for us to meet. If you look at members, among other things, there are air conditions. The air conditions in their office.
Honorable members, if it is necessary, then keep quiet.
Their air conditions in their offices are not working. Some of them, their offices, the tiles and other stuff. So I think if we get either a committee or the whole or closed sitting and other issues that I cannot talk about on the floor that affect members, even them attending to the chamber work. And Majority Leader, I don't know if you can program the minister responsible for foreign affairs. In your welcome address, you indicated that the U.S. Embassy had issued a statement earlier on, reversing our 5-year to give us 3 months single entry, and it was reversed back for us to be able to get 5 years multiple entry if you are qualified for such visa. And we need to know the reason associated for the reversal. Is it tied? Is it tied to Ghana agreement in accepting the deportees into the country? The minister responds, is it that he has agreed this agreement to be able to get back or reverse the 5 years visa waiver for us? So the minister responsible for foreign affairs must brief us. We listened to His Excellency the President of the Republic, and he gave us, things that he wanted to do with regards to the galamsey. And then the CSOs were engaged. But if we can get the minister responsible for lands and natural resources to give us an update on galamsey. It is a serious issue. It has affected a lot of people now. People are giving birth to deformed children. There are forms of particles, some chemicals in our water and other things. It's terrible, Majority Leader. So if we can get, even though the President has briefed the CSOs, but if members of Parliament, because we represent our constituencies ask us questions pertaining what is happening on the galamsey. And if the minister responsible for lands and natural resources brief us on this issue, I think we will be okay with that. I thank you, Majority Leader.
Yes, Leader.
Right Honorable Speaker, I think Honorable Habib knows how to get ministers to appear in this House and answer questions, and in the process explain government actions, inactions, and policies. So please, you have not asked a question of the Minister for Foreign Affairs. I urge you to ask a question. It could be an urgent question, and being a senior member of this House, the Minister will be invited to answer your questions. I definitely know that it is a good thing that the American government has reversed its visa sanctions on Ghana. And we should commend the Minister for Foreign Affairs highly for the work that he has done to achieve a reversal of the visa sanctions. As you know, many Ghanaians have family members in the US, and they frequent the US, and the sanctions were going to be very, very inconveniencing to many of those family members. In addition, there are many businesses that we engage in with the United States, and the sanctions were going to cripple a lot of businesses. And so for the Minister of Foreign Affairs to have successfully, within a very short period of time when the US announced the sanction, gotten the US to reverse the sanctions is something that we should be happy and proud of, and commend them. After 90 days, can continue to their respective countries. Every ECOWAS citizen, with or without an agreement with the United States government. I was a member of the ECOWAS Parliament, and I know the ECOWAS protocols entitle every ECOWAS citizen to decide that they want to be sent to Ghana. And when they come to Ghana, they have a right to remain in Ghana for at least 90 days. For at least 90 days. So this is the right of every citizen. And so any agreement that we will receive you when you arrive in Ghana is something that I think is a natural consequence of the right of that ECOWAS citizen to decide that they want to disembark in Ghana from the United States. So I don't think that there's a problem at all. But I will engage the Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration so that he will come and then brief us on the situation regarding the deportations. Don't forget that it is not only ECOWAS citizens from other ECOWAS countries, but our own citizens are also being deported, and they are coming. So we can ask the minister to come and give us a briefing. I am told that there's a little problem about software. There are two softwares that are being used by the National Health Insurance Authority, and there's some controversy between the two suppliers as to whose software should be used, and that has crippled the process of hospitals submitting claims. But I have just been briefed that the NHIA CEO has given assurance that it will be resolved very shortly between the two software providers. It has nothing to do with payments of money from the government. As for government has given the monies to NHIA. They have the money, and it is a software issue that they need to resolve. And as for the farmers and the bumper harvest, we should be thanking God that we have bumper harvest, and thanking the government of John Dramani Mahama for assisting the farmers to achieve bumper harvest. A lot of things go into bumper harvest. Fertilizers, inputs, and then a sound and encourages farming. All those go into improving, productivity in the agricultural sector. So I'm happy that you are acknowledging that within a very short time, even the agricultural sector is doing very well. I thank you very much. If I had said this on this side of the house, you would have said that I'm engaged in campaigning. But you have admitted that agricultural sector is doing very well, and that it is going to positively impact on food inflation in the coming months. What is of concern now is how we can get the produce from the farmers. I can assure you that I was in cabinet when the president directed the Minister of Finance to make money available to buffer stock so that they can buy the produce from the farmers. So I'm very sure that there will be available to buffer stock, buy the produce from the farmers. And of course, yes, I think that some of the warehouses that were constructed during the regime of President Akufo-Addo will be useful now in storing the bumper harvest that we're experiencing. Unfortunately, I don't think any of the factories is functioning. Unfortunately, I don't think any of the factories is functioning. I can say on authority that the one at Walwale is not functioning. And it is not processing anything. It is not processing anything. So that I can say on authority. And so the factories are not helpful at all in resolving this problem. So let's stop at that. And as for Galamsey, I think that we will invite the minister in due course for briefing on how far we have come in terms of the fight against illegal mining and the devastation. If today any is giving birth to a child and that child is deformed as a result of cyanide and other heavy ions being found in their foods, I believe that pregnancy was conceived at least not less than 9 months ago. I believe so. I believe that pregnancy is at least 9 months old, so that the child will be born today. And in that case, I think that the chemicals that they took are attributable to what happened, the illegal mining that happened during the NPP regime. It could not have been happening today. It could not have been happening today. It could not have been happening today. But we believe that as a country, we must fight the Galamsey menace, and this House can demand accountability from the ministers who are responsible. I also agree that during the course of next week, we should have a committee of the whole meeting to discuss all those issues. I think I've answered all the questions. On the issue of the budget, I had a discussion with the Minister for Finance. He gave me a tentative date, but is unable to announce it because he has to receive some clearance. But that's what I'm saying, he's unable to announce the date. No, I cannot announce because he hasn't given me the clearance. He is still going through the consultations needed to be able to announce a date. I'm not able to tell you the week because that will amount to announcing the date. That enables you to narrow the days to 4 days. And so let's wait for the minister to get his... don't forget that the minister is introducing the budget on behalf of the president. And so it's the president's document. So he has to signal the date that the minister can present the budget. So what I can say for sure is that the budget will come and it will be a very good budget. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Honorable Member for Offensive North, I thought we... Yes, let me hear you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I would like to appreciate your business. Yes.
So that's why.
Mr. Speaker, one issue that I believe we could have programmed the Minister of Education to brief the House on is the transition of our children from junior secondary school to the senior secondary school. Mr. Speaker, there are a lot of issues that we've realized as far as majority side, and I believe that these are issues that will require an urgent action and a response from briefing from the Minister of Education. Thank you.
So honorable member, honorable member for Offensive North, honorable member, why can't you bring the minister here to answer? I mean, it's a straightforward thing. I mean, just put a question, invite the minister to come and answer. Yes. Yes. Shuhum, the last one I'm taking. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As a deputy ranking for employment, labor relations, and pensions, and Mr. Speaker, as you are aware, unemployment is having a serious toll on the youth of our country. This government made some pledges as to implementing some 24-hour economy. I'll be very grateful that the leader of the House will bring to this House their policy, practicable policy in implementing one job, 3 shifts, and 3 people. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well, Honorable Deputy Minister for Trade.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Video no kone enyum kakra no. You say na Mama Ayariga answer some few questions na have been reduced at the better many no. Na uti na response our the ma have been reduced and say one son in the right way because all kinds of I'm saying no. More concerns they be busy say bread no me join this galamsing because you remember one man na ebo ho me deform me or man sound for me or many cramba near than you are complaining. No say 9 months mu no ma wo mama dia meaning say the time na omunyem no na ndc member government go more so about government company the angle I'm saying I must say find within 9 months no why say they within 8 years you were expecting say me mama pass say no me member solve no me like me magician me tima solve and then within 9 months body in few poly watching I say ade no and no na Mahama Ayariga mo have produce or te parliamenta the viano or the complaints and but meaning more na more na alleged more made move to galamsey no during more meeting more time. Obisa questions about a year okuzeto ministry also kaka and so ochichi mom who say nyuma say and ayokuzeto and these people now they are trying to say ministers for nine the Emra Parliament they must be some more questions. I'm going to about parliamentary questions and Busibisano. A book require repetition. Meet me Busana San, I'm wasting minister time. Then so the question at the map parliament now. No one say emergency question or more Casabeba, no have a reply. They now made the EB parliament no. Say a year the education minister have no use. And by answer some few questions be and already was call back. In this area, more question on me, but a emergency question they are fine. But any emergency question na a the leader and Casabit answer, which never more no I no answer. But I don't know months say changing am go for number. Now we no say band any day. Some mwanga some MPP MPs for no. Mwanga some maja to me say Mahama Kasa the air perform well. More like Mama Jet to say Mahama air perform well. I no Mahama Ayariga guiding. It is near my able to jar during a year have been reducing some more kind and all the reply no. In some when you see I beat me a chair drink and the comments at the bit so I say I'm more down for singing be a share. I have one you coming.